Right guys, we are back on the channel with another legend remade in FM22. This is the series where we take legends of the world of football, put them back into FM22 right where they started their journey and see how their careers pan out a second time around. And the guy we're gonna do today is a Manchester United legend. He is also one of the favourite players that my granddad would used to mention to me all those years ago. We are talking about the best Northern Irish footballer ever, Mr. George Best. We've put him back into the game, 15 years of age at Manchester United, to see how he gets on a second time around. In this save, we jump forward 5, 10, 15 and 20 years into the future to see how he gets on, and I have to say he looks unbelievable in game. So let's dive in and take a look at him. So guys, here is Mr. George Best. Now, he is 15 years of age in the Manchester United first team. Now, I've put him in the first team because I think he can play right away, especially looking at his attributes. He can play as a natural on the right and the left, on both sides, attacking midfield and as the left and right midfielder. He has 18 dribbling, 16 first touch, good finishing already as well, good technique. Really nice mental attributes. That 19 flair is going to be quite huge. He's good off the ball as well. He's got great vision, and those physicals are to die for. Now, in terms of his personality, I think the game has got this spot on with the attributes that I've put in behind the scenes, because he has a jovial personality, which I think is pretty accurate for Mr. George Best. He is, of course, already a wonder kid, and he has the following traits. He runs down the ball with the ball down the right hand side, likes to beat the goalkeeper, beat the offside trap, knock the ball past the opponent, tries to play his way out of trouble, tries tricks, cuts in from both wings, and cuts in specifically from that right hand side. Now, I'm hoping Manchester United do play him on this right hand side. Obviously, we don't take control of the club that the player is at, we just simulate the entire course of their career. So it's going to be interesting to see how George Best gets on. If we go onto the Manchester United page just a second, Ralf Rangnick is still the manager, but George Best is already the key player and also a hot prospect. So this is going to be pretty darn interesting to see how he gets on. If we go into the tactics and the senior squad, nothing is there just yet, but this position right here, the attacking midfield right, I think that is George Best's best position, if you ask me. So what we're going to do, guys, we're going to jump forward 5 years into the future to see how George is looking in his first 5 years at Manchester United. So guys, 5 years into the future, George Best is 20 years of age. He's been capped now by the Northern Ireland international team, 19 caps and 9 goals for Northern Ireland. For some reason, he was playing under 21 football. He played 17 times for the under 21s, got 12 goals at under 21 level. He is now on a staggering £325,000 a week deal at Manchester United, which will see him stay at the club until 2029 unless he's purchased. Attribute wise, again, still looks brilliant, and it looks like he's had a good start to his time at Manchester United. If we take a look initially at his career stats, this is the first 5 years that he's done at the club. 175 appearances in the league. He played 35 times that first season, being just 15 years of age, so obviously showed that he had something there. 41 goals and 39 assists in all comps, and that's just in the Premier League. 41 goals and 39 assists in all of his Premier League appearances, and 29 player of the matches. That is a ridiculous return, averaging a 7.51. So he has started things very well. Have United won anything whilst he's been at the club, though? That is the question for me. He's won the Premier League 2, Division 1 twice. Why is he playing in that? He is a Premier League champion. They did win it in 2023, so fair play to Manchester United for getting that. Runners up in the Champions League as well. They also won the FIFA Club World Cup, which you don't see a huge amount of. I think he's going to struggle for Northern Ireland in terms of, I don't think they will make World Cups. I don't think he will win World Cups, Euros, stuff like that, just because potentially the rest of the Northern Irish team is lacking. But he did make his first full senior appearance against Norway aged 17, and he got his first goal against the Faroe Islands aged 18. If we go into the primary awards, these are the young ones that we want to take a look at. He has secured the NXGN, the best young player in the world, for the last 3 years. after Jude Bellingham, a guy Manchester United would love to have, coming out the year before. He then beats in Gavi and Youssoufa Moukoko in the first year, and in the second year and third years we have new gens respectively. So George Best is the NXGN, the best young player in the world, twice. He also picks up the Copper Trophy as well. These are the ones that are sort of primarily targeted around the youth players. So he also gets the Copper Trophy as well in the year 2025. So we are going to simulate another 5 years into the future to see how he's getting on as he gets into the prime of his career. So then he's now age 25 and he's still playing for a team in red, but it's no longer Manchester United. George Best is now Bayern Munich's number 7. 58 caps for the Northern Irish team, 29 goals as well, but he is now playing his football, his club football at the very least, in Germany. Attribute-wise, naturally, he is still very much the same, but he's now over in Germany. Now, this is really interesting to see how his career pans out a second time around, because obviously his career after Manchester United, he was a bit of a party boy, liked that sort of lifestyle, and didn't maybe live up to the hype for as long as George Best probably could have done. So it's interesting to see how he gets on. So I'm curious to see how much he actually transferred to Bayern for. My assumption would be over 100 million. If we go into his career stat, oh my God, that is potentially the biggest transfer I have ever seen in Football Manager, in a game that I'm not actually participating in. 191 million pounds. He moves to Bayern Munich from the Premier League. He's now got over 330. He's got 330 league appearances in his career, and he's only aged 25. 96 goals and 82 assists as well. 59 player of the matches. That is a staggering amount. And he's now averaging a 7.63 and is absolutely smashing it since he's been at Bayern. He's actually scoring more goals than he did at Manchester United. 16, 14 and 14 in those seasons respectively since purchased by the German champions. I assume if we go into his milestones, he would have started clearing up the trophy. So we were last here in 2026. So they were Europa League runners-up as Manchester United. Then since then, Carabao Cup winners, Premier League champions, runners-up in the FA Cup. They won the Champions League, so he's a two-time Champions League winner before even getting to Bayern Munich. Won that DFL Super Cup as well, the DFB Pokal, he's won that, Champions League runner-up with Bayern, Bundesliga champions, DFL Super Cup, German Cup. There's the Bundesliga again, a Bundesliga, 3 Bundesligas in a row since he's got there. In terms of some of the other awards, has he goal 50 runner-up? Interesting. Kylian Mbappe and Erling Haaland still doing the things in the goal 50. We'll flick over to the Ballon d'Or. Is he in the Ballon d'Or contention at all? He did get a runner-up in what year is this? 2029. He was runner-up in the Ballon d'Or, so he's not got his hands on it just yet, but some of these players are about to get into the twilight of their careers, the Mbappes, the Haalands and stuff like that. So I imagine George Best is going to start racking up these Ballon d'Ors. So he has done exceptionally well in his career already. So I'm intrigued to see how he moves on over the course of, you know, this next 10 years. So let's simulate, see how he gets on in Germany. I wonder if he'll move again. So guys, this is the penultimate stop on the George Best tour. He is now 30 years of age. He is still playing in Germany for Bayern Munich. Over 100 caps now for the Northern Irish international side. Attribute wise, much the same. He's still looking great. His mental attributes have really ticked up over the last 5 years. That 19 off the ball, 19 vision, 19 flair, along with 18 composure for a winger is absolutely brilliant. In terms of the tactic, where have they been playing him? On that right-hand side, and in that most recent season, he got 21 goals and 8 assists. And Northern Ireland are actually playing him at central midfield, which is baffling to me. They played him there for a game, and they're playing him out on the left-hand side, where he seems to be doing some good work for the Northern Irish team. But yes, in terms of his attributes, doing much the same, and 25 goals in that most recent season for Bayern Munich is absolutely ludicrous. We were here just before the 2031-32 season, and he has gone from strength to strength. He's almost scoring 20 goals a season now from right midfield, which is absolutely brilliant. He is now up to a 7.70 average rating, and he's got 98 Player of the Match awards throughout the course of his league-only career. Remember, we can only see the league stats for Georgie Best here. he's now going to be remembered as a Bayern Munich player. He's done more seasons in Germany than he has done in Manchester, which is very interesting to see. In terms of some of the competitions that he's won, we were last here around here where they picked up the Bundesliga. The Bundesliga is naturally just going to get wrapped up every single season, I would imagine. If we go in and take a look at this Bayern team, if we go into the tactic, Nagelsmann is still there, Kylian Mbappe, so they're going to have Mbappe on one wing and George Best on the other. Oh, that is sickening. Obviously, Bayern are starting to bring in the new gen talent in terms of players that they've actually still got. They've got Gvardiol, they've got Alphonso Davies, they've got Kylian Mbappe, and then obviously George Best that we have put in. Everybody else, new gens. They've got Musiala still on the bench and Kai Havertz. But this Bayern Munich team is looking pretty darn tasty. In terms of some of his awards then, Ballon d'Or runner-up I'm just seeing there. He hasn't got it. Kieran O'Malley. That sounds like an Irish name, but he's a English player coming through Manchester United, is it? Let's have a look. Career stats. No, coming through Norwich. Physically, he looks absolutely brilliant, this guy. So he misses out. George Best misses out on the Ballon d'Or. Looks like multiple times here. He looks like he's been the runner-up once, twice, 3 times, 4 times a runner-up in the Ballon d'Or. And also this guy is coming through Manchester United as well from Ghana, who's somehow sprung out of Leyton Orient. I love Football Manager. It is absolutely brilliant with stuff like this, and his physicals again look absolutely outstanding. So he's maybe been robbed of the Ballon d'Or. We've got another stop 5 more years into the future, the last one on this tour of George Best. Let's jump in and see how he's getting on. So this is the final stop on the George Best tour. 35 years of age now. He looks like he is slowly starting to decline now. He's now got 11 pace, and he is listed as a spirited personality now, which is probably still accurate, but I enjoyed the fact that he was jovial for a period of time. In the most recent season for Bayern, he's only got 7 starts, 17 sub appearances, so it looks like Bayern are really not valuing Mr. George Best as much as they have done previously. Over the course of the last few years, he has stayed relatively consistent. That season there, 23 goals and 12 assists in the course of a season, before slowly dropping off and then only getting 18 appearances in that most recent season. His career as a whole, in terms of league games, 628 games played, 264 goals, 160 assists, right on the nose, and 150 player of the match awards, averaging a 7.76 throughout the course of his career, which is absolutely astonishing. If we go into the milestones and go into the competitions, it is much still the same, just, you know, Bundesliga every year, DFB Pokal most years, the Super Cup also seems to be happening for Bayern, but no additional Champions Leagues there, which is absolutely staggering considering the team that we've seen that Bayern are obviously putting together. In terms of some of the other awards, has he managed to get his hands on a Ballon d'Or? Yes. George Best has finally got his hands on a Ballon d'Or. He's won 3 in a row for 2037, 38 and 39, beating out some of these new gens. Another English guy playing for Barcelona. Looks like England are going to have a ludicrous team in this particular instance, but he gets 3 Ballon d'Ors in a row. If we go and take a look at the FIFA Pro World 11, he doesn't get in this most recent season, but if we go over to all seasons, there he is, listed as a Bayern Munich winger. He's in some really good company here, but it looks like there's actually quite a few new gens in here. Hakimi, Laporte, Alphonso Davies, Jude Bellingham, Best, Mbappe, Haaland, as you kind of would expect, but there are a lot, and I mean a lot, of Manchester United new gens here, so it looks like their scouting's been on point this time around. But that is it for today's remake of a legend. Let me know down in the comments who you would like to see next. I've seen suggestions for like Cannavaro and Puyol and stuff like that, looking at maybe some defenders. Let me know who else you would like to see down in that comment section. Until next time, guys, check out this playlist that's going to pop up here for all the other remakes that we've done of legends in FM22.